Hello and welcome to your here with Bush Dog. I'm here with Bush Dog. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we got the maps properly resetting. Give you an overview of what we got here. And we got player updated. So what we can I played around a bit of time so we can couch now. I do need to fix in some of the gaps. I don't know why that jumped like that. We also I think that was in the last video I added the sheep catcher, so sheep just can't run away, you know. What a nice warm brown. Look how these blends look towards each other. It's kind of nice. So I'm using shaders to put on like the different colorations of the dog, and since the ears are separate from the body, there can be a different color. I didn't really plan that at first, but you know, happy accidents. So far I got a red, black, brown. So you see the black there too, and just a general white color as well. I guess I've added in the art for the ears, yeah. So you can have different types of ears and everything. And of course I added the crouching in. Not even miles away. Getting the sheepies. I was playing around the sheep numbers to see. Because I wanted to add a lot more rapidly. Because I don't want the game sessions to be too long, but still, I don't want to be too hard of getting, so I think I went back to 7. Wait, what are you doing here, bro? Get in there. He's just hanging there, and I'm like, oh yeah, bet done my job. And you can see, definitely see the gaps coming in. Okay, I'll show you guys. We go down the maps. It's just, yeah, mid paints. There we go. So now we can start from round 1. I've also added a gold marker too. Just so it's more obvious whereabouts to put them. Wait, boy. Little buggers, look at them. So we gotta go up there. So we're gonna add later on, probably add in different animals or even different sheep with different behaviour. So these buggers are a bit more confident. This is a good way of saying it, because once they're out of my range, they stop. So you can add ones that are a bit more like, I don't want anything to do with you, bro. And these ones will go away as soon as I'm not paying attention, likely. Oi. I guess some of the maps too might have to have their own custom sheep amount, maybe. Because I might greatly help with you on this type of map. We have less. The other one would be, other ones also, that first map we look at is the one that I definitely want, like, you to have a mass amount of sheep on in a rapid succession. You know what I mean? This one probably could do with way less sheepies. I think there needs to be some map balancing to go on, yeah. Get off the fence. Trying to get them to bounce off the fence or move away from the fence. I guess in this case it doesn't, probably more of a benefit than annoyance in this case. I haven't updated put a devlog for this one for a little while. Because I've mainly been working on one copy at a time. Then I decided, let's put this and work on this one. And it was much more easier too once you got rid of like the bug that was causing you stress. So how I did that was that I put that in the ready function rather than the function that occurs when you're moving scenes. So when this scene loads up, it when this scene loads up, it will reset itself. So that does it to every map. I could probably actually set it to where it doesn't affect like the beginning and all that, but there's probably something I could do to where I could not have two codes doing the same thing. Is probably what I got for the beginning. But I mean, I don't mind how that goes. Wait, what are you doing, escape artist? Get in there. Woof. Woof woof. Wait, what are you doing, mate? This is a little escape artist bug over here too. There you go. There's another herding game that, I don't know, felt like very difficult in a way to do. And I can't really put my finger on like, maybe it was the sheep, or maybe it was just how the player moved or something. I think it was the sheep more or less how they moved away. Like, yeah. Oh wait, you wild rascal. There is some sheep breeds that are like more confident and will like go against you like that. And there is some out there that are very passive. Boy, what do you think you're doing, you little bugger? Yeah, you can definitely see the difficultness improving. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those little fellas. Get into them. No, they've put themselves in a corner. No, wait, no. You get your ass in there, thank you. No, you too. Get down here. Okay, fine then. Get off the fence. That's why I want the bouncing. Get out of the corner. Oi. Yes, this is easy. Get down there. There you go. Kicked him in the boot, in the backside. Ah, this one only has one spawn point too, so it does make it a little bit easier. And then map number 3. Yeah, I wanted something that's a little difficult, so I decided to add this in. Other maps are kind of maybe probably a little more pity. So basically, what we want to do is probably slowly put him in, get in there. Might even have a map that has even more of a narrow passage as well later on. Get me on the little buggers. This one would be a lot more satisfying in a larger number. The other one's probably a lot more smaller. You get what I mean? Or not? I feel like it'd be a lot more better smaller the second one than this one. Oh, this one's like a one that you make hard. But it feels like if you get it right. Oi. Or this is one that you want to rapidly increase as well, probably. You in there. Oh, wait. This is only half the battle. Getting them in this little hole. Okay, mate. Get your ass in here. Because I do want ones where you can do, yeah, where you have to do the crouching, so it's not gonna run away like a maniac. Okay, I think I got more in there now. Yeah. I don't know. I think I probably had this in since the first version release, but where they have a lot more variation and speed. So yeah, I might do. I just want to show you guys the maps. I might add the pity stuff on the map tab later. For your. There you go. Where is Blair? So we got the hitbox. We also got the food boxes as well. On the sheep, I mean. What we got here, we added more animation layer. We had to go. We do all the animation. Add in the what was it? The animation for couching and idle couching, because I didn't really think about idle couching in the time period, so we had to add that in. We did the couching. I did actually make it to where it flips rather than. Not killer, that one does not fit properly. It's cause this one's not flipped body. See, we got a couple small stuff like that. And then for the player layer, we have a shader on, and this is like the different colorations of shaders. We have two separate shaders with pretty much the same code. See, that's the code we have here. Pretty much, that's it. And then you see you've got patterns and all that. So the pattern, and where's it over here? Yes, they've got a whole box for it. I was trying to figure out how do I save that, you know. I think in the end we got there. See if we can put on brown where he is. Most time we have light colours for the word. Yeah. So we can have white ears. There we go. And we can also have a red body. So I had to save this part, yeah. I might actually have a lighter red in there, but I might keep that red in the game. It's very orangey red, isn't it? It's one not too big fan, but I was trying to get to where it's a bit more, you know, colours themselves, so where they don't overall have a blend or shade. The original pattern starts in white, so the idea is that they adapt to the colorations of the dog's pattern. A little more. I haven't got it quite down packed, but I think the brown's the closest. Oh well, eventually I'll figure it out the way it looks good, but it looks pretty good like that. Forget the white coloration on it. Because it's a bit annoying when that's not the right one, but this one in here might also have to add a line of code maybe to make it so then it doesn't like blend. Don't know. Because I want it to be like separated. I want to do the work, and we can always do this. See, look at that. There we go. I had to lower down the width of the gradient because, like, not that much. I think mainly because we have the, so the reason why I make the black and white so that no colours like this can stand out on it. I was figuring that out from before, hence why the dog became all white. I was doing it on a dragon. I'm trying to find the code for that one, but I think I did find a similar-ish code enough. I don't know for sure. Yeah, so we got, yeah, if we look on the side here. So yeah, there we go. There we got the eye colour, and the eye itself is on separate stuff as well. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you break it up. No, nice isn't very prominent. Still works, but I don't know why on earth it's moved here, but I guess it is, yeah. So it's having a hard take about. It's just like, I don't really know why it's moved out in the bush, but it has, you know. Moved out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah. Got some little white ears. I feel like this, yeah, this dude's a border collie, you know, at this point, with his white ears. He's a brown, um, he's a brown border collie. There you go. Don't know if I'll do the patterns on the next update, but maybe I'll do them. So the next update's probably going to come out somewhere along track soon. I'll tell you guys what else I'm going to add in. So yeah, this simple customization. I'm not going to add any hats in the next update. Hats will come later. And more maps as well, but I'm not going to add any more maps for the next till after the next update. So the next update will have these 3 main maps to have a play around with. And then I'll just add more player customization to it all. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot more work for that, so that you can interact with it in the game. Yeah, but pretty much before this next update comes out, I just have to add in all the stuff so you can design your player, you know. Design your little doggy. And also need to fix all these gaps. Or when you're doing white on white, it's a bit hard, you know, to see them. And yeah, so we've done all the ears. So the ears will be added in, everything like that. Maybe I'll show you guys another pair of ears. I think I'm going to show you guys the floppy ears, those number 3 ears. So we go to the ears. So the point with this one too is that I can just drag this in, hopefully. Then all of a sudden we got floppy ears. Look at those floppy ears. There we go. Floppy ears, look at them go. I'm about too much motion for them, but oh well. Floppy ears. Yes, so we got the ears done, so we get some cool variation on the ears. I might finish off the patterns. Right, the problem with the patterns is they're a bit more harder to do than these. What are you looking at, huh? Yeah, so probably the biggest things between the next update would be adding all the character customization to where the user can customize it. So basically, yeah, the way I design the ears and everything is basically I get this change, make the code change up here, and we get all different types of ears. Then we got these bigger pointer ones. There we go. Then we got the thin ones. Let me drink water, I am. Trying to do a painting of a wheat field here, but it's a bit hard to get their wheat looking nice. Because it's meant to be like blown back because the storm's about to come in. It's a really nice picture. It's one of those where it looks really simple type of picture, but when you do it, you really get to see the complexness of like how the colorations and shading, and everything like that comes together. A bit interesting that's when painting. You end up having a situation where you figure out a lot more about something than you think you've started off with. You think you knew, you know? I don't even know why the plan is actually. Huh. That is something curious when the players aren't in the middle of the space. You know? We're running around like a maniac. Then they slow down the walking, don't they? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know why that one was like misaligned. Yeah, so this used to be the old doggy that we used. So I did that as a placeholder until I got the other animation stuff ready because I didn't think I got the crouching ready, and I couldn't finish it off as well. I think it was part of the problem. So we got the patterns here as well. So I've done the first pattern. The second pattern is incredibly annoying. I didn't think this through that far of how annoying the patterns will be. So we could get some of the first 6 maybe? Yeah, we might get the first 6. Because we got like 15. I might limit myself to that amount, yeah. Then like I said, afterwards we're going to start adding in stuff like neckwear. So like collars. So there's a collar. There's a scarf. And all that. Which have their own coloration as well. See, look at this. I really like the neckwear stuff. I've done a bit on the hats, haven't I? Yeah, I've done the whole hat there, thought so. I've done 4 hats. Done that hat, that one, and that one. Oh, I've also done this one too, I think. Guess we could add hats in later if I'm feeling it, you know? So since those ones are like done, you know. Or keep them for later. Depends how everything goes with the customization. That's gonna be a whole thing to do, you know. It's gonna take a bit of work. There'll be a whole feature added in, but I always plan to add that in. I want to customize your own little cat or dog, you know. I want you to be able to make him into a kelpie like dog, or I guess yeah. Pretty sure I got a cattle dog pattern as well, Australian cattle dog, hanging around there, or like a Dalmatian as well. You know, if you're not, yeah. See, everyone's can go with the Australian cattle dog and Dalmatian as well. I think got larger spots as well. And then there's like different varieties of, yeah. See, we got larger spots, so that will really be a Dalmatian. Then we can make him look like a husky, maybe, you know, corgi. I guess anything, any type of dog that looks like very little similar to this, especially with the type of ears and everything like that. You know, this I want to add customization and put your favorite type of dog in there. Favorite looking dog. I mean, mine are mainly the Kelpie, Border Collie, and Cattle Dog go up there too. Cattle Dogs do look pretty nice when you them. Never really had one, but I was not really in the area where you had cattle dogs. It was mainly kelpies and border collies. But I've seen them a bit around, you know. It's not like you're not seeing them. I think it was like cattle dogs have a certain attitude where it's like it didn't really suit. I think it didn't really suit that area. I don't know. There's something about those lines, but the cattle dog does do what the cattle dog does. The Australian cattle dog. Because they were pointing that out when I was watching the show about the different times about the cattle dogs and how the get multiple types of patterns. How the talking about how the different attitudes between a kelpie and a border collie. Like a border collie is more likely gonna listen to you over a kelpie's just gonna bloody go tell you stuff off. I'm doing the job my way, you know. But they also might listen a bit more too, depending on the dog too. Like there's always stuff with a bleed, you know, that stays in a bleed. It's more likely gonna be in a bleeder dog. But sometimes you get a dog where it's like they are nothing like the stereotype, you know. Isn't it impossible to not get a dog that's very much not the stereotype? Or, you know, we have one day the dog is the stereotype, the next day it's not. You can always get that. Because there was something to always go off by. It doesn't exactly mean it's the end all and everything like that. It does mean your dog's more likely. See, well, you got this as well, see, and it means it mixes a bit more. Which is not what I want. Mm. So yeah. Yeah, you got all these like different things here. So we can go like that. Someone probably would be the closest, who knows? Yeah, we can do that. But I don't know if it causes any problems, that's what I was saying with the other one. See how it's changing the overall colour. I don't really want that. I want it to be very still. It's really, whoops. Also hate when it does that. So it's about finding a balance to something that I'm not, you know, I can do the individual colour for easy, you know, because I've spent a lot of time in that type of field making pits of art, you know. Felt like this and all this is like randomized. I'm surprised I've got more comments asking why the heck does the ground look more detailed than the than the living things, you know, or the object on the ground. But that comes down to the ground's a lot more easier to make look good or look nice over anything else. You know what I mean? Yeah, we could have added like marks on the fence and everything like that, but that means I would have had to make a couple variations of these fences here. And already these two are two different blocks. That means you would have had to create a couple of at least three, you know, make it special and just work out a design too. I feel like it looks really nice. Sometimes keeping it simple is really nice too. Because it is a lot easier to like get display mode and display a full field, and then I like to use a time up template thing. So it just has pink where I can just cut it and then paste it on top, and then that's it, you know, because I've got the sides already done. I'll actually have a full-on video to show you guys that. That's like my most popular video. Basically how to make your own tile map. If you've not seen that yet, I'm kind of surprised, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it if you are interested in speeding up this process and adapting it to your own. Like, you can adapt that, you know, to make it so it's easier for yourself. But I think that's a good way of doing it, because why would you want to make it from scratch every single time? I remember my first time doing the time, I was just like, oh my god, this is a headache and nightmare trying to figure out how to get them working properly. This is a good way of also understanding it too, even if you don't want to use the method of how the top-down tile maps work. I'm pretty sure I showed you how to do it too. Could be out-of-date code in there, but I don't think there was much code in there. It might have been more of an out-of-date method. But it is pretty much, the wet squares are still like the same method. This is how you're accessing the tile map is a little different, you know. But how you set up like the squares and everything like that to make these terrains is how you would, it's pretty much the same. Then you use the first one here. I'll probably have to look at that video again and see, because that will probably be the only thing that be out of date, you know. So I hope you guys all enjoy that one. That little update on Bushville. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.